Hello everybody and welcome back to Crafting with S&K. Today we are going to be taking a tour of our town for the Kingdom of Acoya. This video is going to have to be broken up into two pieces, so to start we're going to stroll down Main Street and explore all of the buildings there. And then in the second half we'll hit everything on the outskirts of town, including the neighborhood. And yeah, if you're ready for it, let's dive right on in. We'll head down the path from the castle and come around this corner into the main square of the town, which holds the fountain and the pink tree and the start of our shops. So here's our center fountain, and if we head this direction first, we will come into our farmer's market. So this stand is for fish, and then we've got fruits and veggies, non-precious gems, meats over here, and then animal feed. And then if we want to head back across the way, we will come into our Bank of Acoya. So when you first walk in, you've got the counter where you can take out money, put in money, ask questions, whatever you want to do. And then if we come back here, we've got a little meeting area for setting up accounts and such. And then down here is the vault for the bank, where all the money and gems and precious things are held. So we've got chests of things, blocks of gems, and then of course some armor that someone put in here to keep. And if we head back out, we can continue on our way. So next door here, we've got Stella's Tavern. So heading in the front door here, we can see all of the seating area, plenty of space for everyone to come in and join the fun. And then of course we have the bar with all the drinks behind it that you can choose from. We've got a tall ceiling with a nice chandelier, and then a painting to kind of brighten up the space a little bit. Across the street this direction, we have Medieval Navy, which is our clothing store. So we come in, there's different helmets, different chest plates, and different boots or shoes you can choose from there. And then we have some full sets around the place as well. This is where you check out. Back in this corner here is a little storage closet. There's not much in it, just extra space for things. And then if we want to head up the stairs, this is where some of the nicer clothes are kept. And then this here belongs to the king or queen, whoever is ruling at the time, and it's just on display. Only for special occasions will it ever be removed. Next door to this, we have a nice little park to just kind of brighten up the space, bring some like nature into it. So it's got a big old pond, and then a cute little picnic table, a tree swing here, and then a dock to fish off of if you so choose. Heading back across the street, we're kind of gonna zigzag through this whole thing. We'll come up to Crumbs, which is the local bakery. So again, lots of nice seating space, and then the counter where you can choose your baked goods, or they have coffee if you'd rather just that. And back behind the counter here is the kitchen where all the baking is done. Heading back out, across the street is another place to grab a bite. This is the Diamond Bistro. So you come in here and you can check in if you have a reservation or just see if they have any room for walk-ins. Plenty of chairs available for everybody. And then back in this corner here, we've got, again, the kitchen with all the ingredients and things that they may need for whatever people choose to order. Upstairs there's a couple more tables, and then it's mainly just bar space. So you can order food here too, and then it's got all the drinks, kind of like at the tavern. And then if we want to zigzag again, we have Petal and Stem here, which is the town's flower shop. So of course they have different seeds you can buy if you want to do some farming, all the different trees to plant in your yard, flowers, basically any type of plant life you could ever need. Decorative, got some options on the outside too. They sell pots for plants and things, bamboo, lots of variety. Here we have Blacks and Noble, the bookstore. So we can take a look inside here. We've got the checkout stand right when you walk in. There's some enchanted book options or just some lapis or bottles of enchanting if you want to do it yourself. And then of course around the back is just tons of books you can choose from. Pull them out, see if they're anything good. Upstairs we have a cute little cafe with some baked goods and coffee again, if you want to just come in and read and spend some time here. And behind this painting actually is a little bit of a surprise. So there's an extra enchanting table down here that can be brought up if people want to use it. And then down here is our nether portal. Though the nether is slowly spreading out of it and taking over the overworld blocks. So we've got some lava, some basalt towers, and this cave is also where we've done a bit of mining for some supplies. But I think this is my favorite part of the whole thing, is the nether's leaking out with the portal. Eventually we're gonna have a castle, at least, in the nether. So we'll work on that. And then, yeah, we'll continue on the next building. Continuing on down the road, we come to the blacksmith's building. So when you walk up, it opens straight into the area where you can choose whatever gems and bases you might want for your tools. The building is just full of a bunch of supplies and old things. I got some tridents here. And then if we just take a little lap around, we can see all the interesting stuff. And then the fire in the center for melting things down. Heading down this direction, we come to Zoomies, which is our pet shop. So when you first walk in, of course, we've got the newly added golden dandelion for if you want to keep your pet's babies forever, because who hasn't wanted that? And then we've got a little catnip plant here, some bones, and then just on the shelves we have food, toys, collars, leashes, all the things you could possibly need for either cat or dog, whatever kind of animal you want to have. Here we come to our hotel. So we've got the check-in desk and then a little lounge area if you're waiting for someone or anything like that. And then back here it's just full of a bunch of different rooms. So we've got a blue one here with nice windows to look out at. And they're all the same size, just different color choices. So this one's green. But they all have a nice big window or two looking out at the surrounding space. And then if we want to head upstairs, we will come into the cafeteria. So there's a couple seats, and then the kitchen where the buffet style stuff is. So you can grab anything out of the pantry, so we'll microwave, whatever else you might need. And then back here it's just a bunch more rooms. So again, different colors for things. Another blue one. Nice windows. And then if we want to head back outside, we'll hit the final building for this section of our tour. Alright, so heading back behind the hotel, we come to our wheat field and the windmill. So the farmers work back here. This is a big supply of food for the kingdom. It goes all the way around. And actually back here is also where the mine is for some different materials we've needed during the building. And then in here it's kind of just a storage space. It's got an extra sleeping bag if anyone needs the space or if the farmer has to stay the night for whatever reason. But most of the time it's just used for storage. So, yeah. I think that about covers it for this first half of our tour of the town of Acoya. Thank you so much everybody for watching Crafting with SNK. I hope you enjoyed this first half of our town tour, and please join us back for the second half. If you haven't already seen it, the castle tour for Acoya is also up, so give that a watch. And please leave a like, a comment, or subscribe if you really enjoyed this video, and we hope to see you back in the next one. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye everyone!